I'm going to start scheduling these so that they don't just, they're not all released on the same day. Maybe that'll be better for the algorithm, but there's no need to be uploading 3 videos a day. So I did actually record this right after the last Sweet Baby Inc. video, and I'm just trying to get a lot of this out, trying to get like, do a bunch of videos on this. Like I said before, guys, I really don't know what else to say about this. I grabbed a thumbnail, put my guy over it. This is Melanie Mack, and I think her name is ALYSSA Mercanti. Um, it's not mercantile, it's mercanti. And they're both kind of alternative looking women, but apparently one of them is like Christian or something. And the Kotaku editor is kind of trash talking the other one, the other dyed hair lady. And, they've been going at it. The other one who's not Christian is involved with Sweet Baby, I believe, had something to say about it. I think she was trying to um, dox the guy who was like the Brazilian dude who was making the whole um, Facebook group or Steam group about which games to not buy. It is a Steam group. It's not a Facebook group. But with that out of the way, guys, like I said, I'm just going to fill up the rest of the time. I'm going to read you another story. This is called Wendys Reunion. So bear with me. I think you guys will like this. Just chill with me for a little bit, and I'm going to read this to you. I pulled into the Wendy's restaurant parking lot, not knowing exactly why. As I slammed the door in my car, I quickly faced opposite the wind for presentation. Hair must be swept back. I could smell the grease. In some mental association, happy families occurred to me. I saw in my mind's eye a young child hanging from his parents' arms like a monkey, no doubt during spring season. Then a more bitter cogitation occurred concerning the mental programming of children in so-called play places. The doors seemed to swing open of their own accord. I approached a middle-aged woman who appeared weathered from years of smoking and annoyance. "How can I help you?" "I'd like a 4 for $4, a Baconator, and mustard packets." "All right. Can I get a name for this order?" "John Doe." "All right, John. We'll be a little late on the Baconator, but it'll be hot." "Thank you." I took a temporary position at a table, but as I got to thinking, I decided it would be my final table. I probed my consciousness for a while. What emotions are these, and why? What's going on in my mind? I felt an excitement and a small degree of guilt, as if I were about to purchase services from a prostitute. Why do we have so many complex drives which lead us straight to a burger, a piece of cow muscle between processed grain? I figured that a book on the psychoanalysis of fast food would be a long one. I heard them call my name, or my alias, and I went to go get my food. I readied my courtesy in advance. As I grabbed the tray, I executed a hearty nod and said, "Many thanks." The table I wanted was taken, but by a muscular man, a muscular bald man. Naturally, I scanned for a table furthest away from everybody so I wouldn't be imposing on any family meals. But as the distance between me and the bald man grew, I heard an anxious voice. "Hey, sir, why not sit with me? Yeah, don't be shy. I'm here alone. I like to eat with other people. That's all. What's your name?" "Thomas Gaze." "Yours?" I must confess, usually I'm the loner type, but it's nice to get to know people. "Ernest Percy." He extended a hand, but I had to wipe mustard off my right hand first. I used the mustard on Baconators. "Sorry." "It's okay, man. I'm no germ freak." "Ernest." Oh, sorry. So, the this is, I believe, this is the Wendy's lady saying, "Ernest," like calling up his order. Oh, they must have my food ready. Ernest pointed at me. "I'll be right back." I nodded. Ernest quickly sat back down. There was some silence, so Ernest broke it. "You have kids?" "Oh, no." "You?" "I have 6. Why don't you have any kids?" I paused for a moment. "I'm not much of a ladies' man." "Oh, come on. You're quite a looker. I'm not homosexual, just saying." "Don't worry. I don't think you're a homosexual." "It's the muscles, isn't it? You're stereotyping, you know." "Well, I always figured gay people had less testosterone." There was some silence. I wondered if I took it too far. "Hey, you like Six Flags?" "Oh, boy. I can't handle rides. They make me very sick." I dabbed my mouth with a napkin. "I eat it up, man." "Really?" "Yes, really. I can't wait to go this year. I always get drunk before the rides. My eyebrows raised. Truly. The first syllable was especially pronounced. Yeah, and let me tell you, Ernest's eyes were wide as he shook his head up and down. We both ate a little bit in silence, well, for a while, since the subclimax of the conversation gave the cue. I started to reconsider my first impression of this man. There must be some novelty in him if he partakes in such an eccentric activity. I relied on him, however, to carry the conversation forward. So where do you work, bud? Consulting. That's certainly a motor activity. I'm a wheel bud. Most people who say that are either fishing for a compliment or plain wrong. I started to expound my thoughts more to this man. Strangely, I trusted him. In my case, you might have to consult Occam's razor. My eyebrows raised. An intellectual? Well said, but still a confirmation of my first hypothesis. Well played, well played. Yes, I used to think a thing or two. What the? Okay, I used to think a thing or two. I was a physicist. Those were the days. I put the napkins on the tray and said goodbye. Ernest and I still had a good deal of food left. Ernest had still had a good deal of food left. I turned around to give him my business card. Hey, yeah, we should keep in touch. Ernest chuckled as I exited the building. I could tell the wind was colder, and I was following my direction. I felt a sensation of getting swept up, chaos. The car door wanted to swing open, so I had to use force to stop it from doing this. I rested in my car for a while to consider the events. I then remembered I pulled a small bag from under the steering wheel so I could go ahead and take the acid. I wanted to be tripping before my cartoons came on. I knew I could still drive when the tabs were just on my tongue. I still drove fast, just in case. But it became dark unexpectedly fast. I got nervous for no apparent reason. It hasn't been long enough to kick in yet, and even if it has, I can make it home while mildly on acid. It wasn't long before I began groping my own neck. I was afraid. I could smell myself. I saw a white-faced clown in the middle of the road holding balloons. After swerving to avoid him/her, all was dark, phantom. Until, that is, I saw the subtle light of a lighter held in front of my face. It wasn't until I saw the face behind the light that I choked on my own throat. Clown! The light went out, and all I heard was sickening, high-pitched laughing. I was choking and crying. Wakey, wakey, Thomas Gazy. Groggy and confused, I attempted to stretch, but couldn't. Although my vision was at first blurry, I soon focused in on the unmistakable and imposing presence of an august clown, gravitational force. Who are you? I'm not a fucking clown anymore. Let me fucking go. I wasn't fond of swearing so recklessly, but I was quite literally soiling myself. The room was dark and dank, chilling to the bone, and the only source of warmth was the creeping slime oozing out of my drawers. Just when I thought it was over, I began to cry and fart. If this is a nightmare, make it fucking stop. Fuck, my ass! It hurt with each fart, and I knew that one of the clowns had done horrible things to my asshole while I was unconscious. I had no idea how long it had been since I'd been kidnapped from Wendys, but my fecal matter had no hint of the meal. My family had to be worried. My roommate Kearns likely had passed out flyers, but how could they find me? You're stuck here for good, Gaze. Once a clown, always a clown. And don't you think about leaving town. Fuck you! I left on good standing. You're not standing anymore. The august clown did his trademark dance of the august clown. Okay. A common symbol of darkness. I knew I was in store for more pain. Suddenly, I felt a pie hit me in the face. I tried to discern the flavor. It was no banana. Sorry. Thank God I'm recording. I thought I wasn't. All right. I knew I was in store for more pain. Suddenly, I felt a pie hit me in the face. I tried to discern the flavor. It was no banana. It was no banana cream or apple. Cherry? Oh, God. It was shit. I began to drift off again. The august clown laughed maniacally. Some call me a clown, some call me a jester, but all the same your wounds shall fester. All right, that's enough. yeah, that's pretty long. So, all right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. That was a Wendy's reunion, and I think I'll just keep doing this. And fuck it. Who cares?